Today on Tabletop News, Warhammer debuts new spins on old favorites and more at their World Championship preview.
We catch the first annual Dice Parade brought to you by the fine folks at Dice NV.
And some friends stop by to guide us through the world of holiday gaming gifts.
All that and more on your official stop for all things tabletop. I'm Sam Cavalcanti.
And I'm Nathan Ondracek.
This is Tabletop News. Let's roll! Kicking things off, on Friday night, Warhammer streamed their World Championships preview on Twitch, where they revealed 7 game systems worth of new miniatures and narrative expansions.
7? For Warhammer 40k come 2 names Warhammer fans may certainly recognize. Orakan the Diviner and Asmodai the original Interrogator Chaplain in brand new plastic miniatures.
Warhammer's yearly roadmap revealed upcoming codex releases including Adeptus Mechanicus and Necrons coming this winter. Some codexes on the roadmap will even come with brand new models.
For Age of Sigmar, bow down to Usheron, the Mortarch of Delusion, while Dawnbringers welcomes its next chapter with Book 4, The Mad King Rises. This chapter brings forth lots of new Flesh Eater courts, urging you to pledge your allegiance to New Summer Court.
Meanwhile, Warhammer Underworlds brings Cruel Boys on board in Dagok's Stab-Ladz, a new faction that boasts fair fights are for victims! This competitive game mode lends itself well to the chaotic nature of this brutal faction of Oryx. For more information on all upcoming things Warhammer, check out Warhammer's VOD of their World Championships preview.
Now we turn to the blistering cold of Los Angeles, where we sent our very own Ron Ogden to cover the first annual Dice Envy Dice Parade.
Go Dice!
Ron, are you there?
Yes, Nathan, I'm here in beautiful Van Nuys, California. Some people call it the jewel of the San Fernando Valley. To cover the first ever Dice Envy Dice Parade. We're gonna have D20s, D10s, D8s, even maybe a D12. And our trusty D6s are here as well. Today's parade is brought to you by the fine folks at Dice Envy, makers of fine dice for all your gaming needs. And of course, capping off today's festivities will be the appearance of Brockton, Dice Envy's mascot, heralding in the start of the holiday season. Oh, what's that sound? That's the Sirenscape Band, providing the music for today's parade, as well as your gaming needs at home. That means the dice are rolling. Let's take a look. And look at this. We're gonna start off with the Queen's Anne's Revenge set from Dice Envy. Let's look at the numbers they've rolled, shall we? 75. Impressive. And what's this? Oh wow, the Worm Poison set. You just know these dice are being rolled for some evil drow characters in a Medzabaranzan campaign. I don't know who let them into this parade. Uh-oh, these dice have been imbibing a little, haven't they? It's the Whiskey Stone set dice. They're food-safe dice, so once you finish your whiskey, you can use them to roll for a charisma check to avoid your next tavern brawl. Wow! I can tell this is going to be a beloved annual tradition. For everyone at home, on Black Friday, Dice Envy's running a sale. Buy one, get one free from a selection of over 50 of Dice Envy's favorites with the code HOLIDAYBOGO. The parade's going on all day with more dice, more music from the Sirenscape Band, an appearance from Reaper Minis, and you're not going to want to miss Brockton coming down the street. Nathan and Sam, wish you could be out here. Back to you.
I know the dice were cold, but I really hope this becomes a thing. I want to see photos and videos of dice parades around the world.
Right? Yeah, I want that too. But please, viewers at home, do not put dice in the street, as that is not safe. Today is Black Friday. That's right, it's time to start panicking about holiday presents for your loved ones. But don't worry, we have worked hard searching the world over to provide you with the best possible guides to help you with your holiday gift purchases this season. First up, we'd like to introduce you to our Holiday Gamer Gift Guide, perfect for finding that special gift for the gamer in your life.
Greetings and salutations! I'll be your gift guide for today's tour of gamer gifts. Jo, spell, Igor, Rogo, Skilchi, spelling, Zaidimai. There are so many wonderful languages to say games in. Are you ready? Allons-y! That's French for let's go. Wow. Monopoly, a tried and true classic American game. Started in 1903 as the Landlord's game to teach anti-monopolist values and single tax theory, and now it's just a heck of a lot of fun. Well, guess what? A new version has arrived. In Monopoly Knockout, you slide your tokens across the board, knocking off your opponents as your piece travels down Boardwalk to Park Place, all the way to Pennsylvania Avenue, and you earn money based on where it lands. Oh my, look at this! Have you ever wanted to be able to play a board game with your best friend? Now you can! In the Dog's Best Friend game, you can play with man's best friend, your dog! In this game, 1 to 8 human players play with 1 to 2 dog players. Humans playing board games with dogs may not be something you normally see at home. That's part of the joy of travel. The game is created by dog behaviorists alongside game designers, so it's a sneaky, fun way to add a little dog training to your game night. You can buy the game for $29.95 on westpaw.com. Dog not included, though it'd be a steal if it was. This year marks the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. You may not have guessed, but I am an enjoyer of this fine musical form. That's why I love the card game University of Dope. This party card game for 3 or more people is built to inspire debate and bring good time. You can find it at most major retailers. Stop. Take a deep breath. Feels familiar, doesn't it? This is a little taste of home. An apocalyptic wasteland. The new Walking Dead role-playing game comes out on November 28th with 2 ways to play the game: campaign mode, where the players create the story as they play, or survival mode, where the players have to deal with dramatic and dangerous scenarios. You're bound to have endless fun surviving the grim, violent future. It's all about characters facing impossible choices in an unforgiving world. So it's our own world, but with zombies. This brings us to the end of our little holiday gaming gift guide. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I sure did. Goodbye. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Aloha. Au revoir. Do widzenia. Arrivederci. Catch you later, alligator.
A lot of good games there. Sam, where do you get your games?
Why? At the friendly local game store, of course.
Yeah, and where do you get your tea?
The tea store?
What if I told you they're the same thing?
What? Next thing you're gonna tell me there's like cats involved?
Well, this week we went beyond the table to visit one of our favorite friendly local game stores, Geeky Tea's Games in Burbank, to learn about the importance of shopping local, tea, and cats.
Today's Beyond the Table is brought to you by Chaosium, the home of mythic adventures. Chaosium.com lets you dream the dreams of dead gods and construct the world from its essential runes. Visit them today and use code TTN10 for 10% off your order to begin your adventure in Call of Cthulhu, RuneQuest, and Pendragon.
This holiday season and all year long, we believe it's so important to shop locally. So today we're here at Geeky Teas to show you what they have inside. Let's go take a look.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric Eichmeyer with Geeky Teas and Games. We're a brick and mortar retail board game store here in Burbank, California. We have a full service hobby shop. We stock board games, miniature games, card games, role-playing games. We have several thousand square feet of retail space, as well as a private game room, multiple different gaming spaces for different types of games. We have a play library with over 700 titles in it. This shop actually started with the teas. So we have over 50 custom loose leaf tea blends that we've developed in-house. Each one's themed after and inspired by a different fandom. Additionally, we have a small cat rescue that's called Geek Kitties. It's a separate entity from the store, so it's a not-for-profit that we donate the space to. So we have 2 store cats, Mr. President and Carlos, who roam about freely. They live here full time. But we also have kittens up for adoption. One of our regulars once dubbed us Nerd Cheers. Whether it's your first time walking in the door or the 100th, we want you to feel welcome and included in all the fun that's happening. Sometimes the hobby space can feel daunting, especially for new people who are just discovering the hobby. So we really want to tear down all those barriers and make the most inclusive and welcoming space we can. Supporting local business is really a key feature of this hobby. A lot of people have small apartments, so having a physical place to be able to gather, a third space that's separate from your work and your home is really important. We really like being able to provide that space. And then as far as shopping locally, we offer a curated selection, and so I try to have a representative selection of games for pretty much anybody who walks in the door. And so a lot of times folks will ask, oh, what's your favorite game to me? And it doesn't matter what my favorite game is. What I want to find is what your next favorite game will be. That's something that we can offer that Amazon can't match. For Black Friday and the holiday season, we do have large discounts on a variety of board games, card games, and role-playing game books.
And that's it for Geeky Tees. They have obviously everything here. They've got games, they've got teas, they've got places you can run out and play games with your friends, and they have cats, and maybe that's the most important part. So if you have a friendly local game store you would like us to check out, let us know in the comments or tag us on all our socials at Watch Tabletop.
Sam, have you heard the latest buzz from Stonemaier Games?
I know they created the amazing board game about birds, Wingspan.
Correct. And now the designer Connie Vogelman has moved on from birds to bees. And not just any bees. Space bees.
Bees in space?
Yeah.
That is so cool. And here I thought you were just droning on and on.
That stings, Sam. Apiary is the latest release from Stonemaier Games. The game is set in the far future, where humans have gone extinct and bees have evolved to take their place as the dominant species of Earth. Combining lost human tech with their own innovations, they have unlocked many technological advancements, including space travel.
Players each control one of 20 unique available bee factions and have one game year to explore planets, develop new technologies, and build magnificent hives to prove they are the bees' need. The game is playable solo or with up to 5 people, and the standard game is estimated to take anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes.
Apiary released on November 17th, and Stonemaier Games did their part in saving today's real-life bees with a special pre-launch donation to the Center for Native Pollinator Conservation, pollinator.org. They donated $1 for every launch notification sign-up they received, which ended up totaling $8,046.
That'll go a long way to keeping the bees space program funded for the next fiscal year.
Sam, I don't think that actual bees have a space program.
They could if you just believed in them.
All right, these bee puns are starting to get out of hand, so let's turn our attention to more serious matters. The first annual Dice Envy Dice Parade. Ron, tell us what you're seeing out there. Have you seen Brockton yet? Have you? Brockton!
No sightings of Brockton yet, Nathan, but boy, what a parade! You can hear the Sirenscape band playing. Which reminds me, this Black Friday, save 20% when you purchase a 1-year Super Siren subscription at Sirenscape.com/Black Friday. The sale ends Monday, November 27th at midnight Pacific time. And now, the Reaper mini presentation. Your heroes might be at odds with the Dragon Turtle or Mossbeard the Tree Man. Impressive! Wow, a lot of excitement out here. Look, I've got to get inside for Fun Day, but I'll be back out here to catch Brockton ushering in the holidays. Sam, Nathan, back to you.
Oh, that dragon turtle's so cute. I want to boop the snoot.
Right? It took a lot of lettuce to get him out of the ocean. Well, folks, we have another expert in gifts coming up next. This next guide needs no introduction, as they will be instantly recognizable as a trustworthy voice in the world of gifts for the little gamers in your life.
The holidays are a time when family matters most, because the more I surround myself with family, the more of them there are to give me gifts. And I love gifts. That's why I'm here as your little gamer gift guide. There are many classic gifts that have stuck with me through the long 15 months of my life. Oversized sets of keys, wooden blocks with strange runes etched into them, and of course, my constant companions, Samwise and Puff. Yet, I find my rapidly developing mind yearns for something more, something greater. So join me, fellow children, as I embark on a choo-choo ride through the land of incredible gifts. First up is the Owl Bear plush from Metal Weave Games. Oh, the times we'd have. I'd bite his beak, take him with me everywhere, scream like a possessed demon if my parents ever dared to put him in the horrid washing machine. Such fun. Now I want you to close your eyes and imagine an entire land made out of candy. A CandyLand, if you will. I've heard we can visit this strange and wonderful place in the new edition of CandyLand with Sugarfina, which comes with a special pink chocolate bar. I must have this game. I must conquer the lollipop forest and ascend the Candy King throne. Soon after I have become king of the Candyland, I plan to master the art of speech. Also, I can play Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. a fast-paced family game of cards and tongue twisters from Dolphin Hat Games, well suited for anyone 8 and up. Meanwhile, once I've reached the ripe age of 6 or 7, I shall work on the mysterious art of reading, giving me access to such delightful books as A Kid's Guide to Tabletop RPGs by Gabe Hicks, a perfect book for kids interested in getting started with tabletop role-playing games. And if I'm going to learn about role-playing games, I should have one to play, like No Thank You Evil, a tabletop game of creative make-believe, adventure, and storytelling from Monty Cook Games. This game is designed with playability for all ages and reading levels in mind, even pre-readers such as myself. And so our train chugga-chuggers to a stop on this journey through things people should buy for children this holiday season. Now I must attend my afternoon applesauce and nap, but I leave you with this parting thought.
Mr. Kid? It sounds so much like you.
I don't hear it. Next up, more ways to spend money. That's right, today is Fun Day! Ron is pulling double duty today. Ron, are you back from the dice parade and ready for a fun day?
I'm coming. I'm ready whenever you are, boss.
Come on, you don't have to call me boss. Take it away, Ronathan.
Welcome to Fun Day. I'm Rod Ogden, and today we're highlighting the latest in tabletop crowdfunding. Today's Fun Day is sponsored by Foreteller Games. Foreteller Games are makers of professional audio narration, featuring talented voice actors, music, and sound effects for your at-home adventures. Foreteller's newest arrival, Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies, is now boarding with over 7 hours of narration, including 31 voice actors. Use code TTN for 10% off narration games. Link in the description below. Sexy Raccoons. And now that I have your attention, I want to tell you about Sexy Raccoons, or rather a new TTRPG where you play trash-eating sexy raccoons. In Trash Sexy from Fox and Gore Games, you and your friends cooperate to raid trash and evade coyotes, wildlife officials, and more. The game bridges traditional TTRPGs with games like Munchkin, using cards to create locations and encounters. Everyone gets a chance to be Trash Master while playing. The campaign is going on now until December 8th. I've always been interested in necromancy. Please don't tell anyone. And now there's a card game that will let me indulge in this forbidden desire. The new deck-building game, Necromancers, is the second Kickstarter project from Escape Plan Games. The game is live on Kickstarter until November 30th. In it, 2 to 4 players battle by raising monsters from the dead with meat, bone, and spirit cards. Once you have one of each type, you can bring a beast back to the world of the living to do your bidding, aka beat up your best friends. Once you reach their goal of $15,000, they have some fun stretch goals, which will include special Masters dice and expansion packs. All right, team, grab your weapons and make peace with your gods now. Once the assault barge docks, there will be nothing between us and the alien horde. I won't lie. Those of us who make it to the Queen will surely die at her hands. But we have no choice. Must end now. The epic multi-award-winning space trilogy comes to an end in Nemesis Retaliation. In this tactical game for 1 to 5 players, you load up on gear before you assault the space station swarming with the alien horde. At the time of filming, the campaign is still in preview, but will become available on November 23rd. Each gaming session is unique due to the modular map system using exploration cards and map tokens. The base game costs $65, but for $109, you can replace the character token standees with high-quality miniatures. That's it for Fun Day. Do you have an upcoming crowdfunding campaign you think we should know about? Let us know in the comments below.
Thank you, Ron.
You better hurry back out there, buddy, or you're gonna miss the arrival of Brockton.
Brockton! We have one more guide for you today. Our final expert in holiday gifts comes to us today to guide us through the world of gaming accessories.
Ahoy there, gamer! I recognize that twinkle in your eye. You're someone who likes to accessorize. And as someone who likes to accessorize, why not give the gift of accessorizing to those you want? Let me guide you to some nifty options around these parts. Adorn your friends and families with D&D class-inspired jewelry from Asian-Canadian designer Bisoulovely. These precious metals are sure to shine in their next adventure. But speaking of shining, why not illuminate their way with a handmade wooden D20 drift globe lamp from Works of Whimsy Studios? This giant D20 is perfect for any game theme room and shines bright as players plan their next campaign character. Do you or someone you know keep collecting more and more dice and just don't know where to put them? Perhaps Stephen Branch's gorgeous handcrafted dice boxes can help. Wow, imagine all the dice and accessories you can fit in there. Maybe it's not dice that you see. Perhaps you or a friend would like to command your way to victory using Etch Gaming's Command Zone tray to hold your Magic the Gathering bits and bobs. These trays are sure to help anyone track their gaming journey, just like LaserOx's D&D character trackers by class, where steel ball bearings and a unique magnetic system help track hit points and more. Getting all your tools to the table can be a journey in and of itself. So be sure to pick up a traveling game bag to hold all of your gaming needs. Like this travel bag from Miniature Markets. These bags can hold dice, character sheets, and even playmats. And finally, be sure to add a little something extra with fun stocking stuffers, like these dry erase count trackers from Loud Puncher Games that can be used in so many ways. Let's face it, everything's better with accessories. Except crimes, of course. Do that by yourself. Enjoy the feeling of giving this season, and I'll see you around these parts.
I sure love it when my dice glows without being dangerously radioactive.
Me too. Folks, it's that time. That's right, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. Brockton has arrived to close out the first annual Dice Envy Dice Parade. Ron, tell us, can you see Brockton?
Thank you, Nathan. Yes, the time has come, the moment we've all been waiting for. Brockton, the Dice Envy mascot himself, is here, coming on down to usher in the holiday season. Just hear the Sirenscape band is really getting into it. And here he is now, Brockton, making his way down the street. Oh my lord, no! Oh, God, he's got him by the back of the neck. Wow. Incredible performance from everyone this year at the first annual Dice Envy Dice Parade. We've seen it all. Dice, Reaper Minis, the Sirenscape Band, and of course a special moving tribute from Brockton. Happy holidays, everyone.
Truly a special parade.
One we hope to continue year after year. But for now, it's time for News from Your Table, where we share the news from your games. This week's news from your table comes to us from Kelly, aka TheKellHop. Suma, a goddess of hearth and home, could feel her powers waning. She sent her devoted cleric Kai to reclaim vestiges that would return the deity to her former strength. With the help of her extremely capable and dear friends, Atala and Vel, she was able to make it to the home of the entity who had stolen the vestiges, Dolor, a deific embodiment of grief. Dolor immediately separated the adventurers upon their entry into her hideaway. Kai found herself in a dimly lit cavern, hearing the quiet cacophony of 1,000 mournful voices of turbulent spirits who had been trapped there by Dolor. The spirits moved without true purpose and appeared to be reliving their most heartbreaking moments on a loop.
Like when I try to go to sleep at night.
Exactly like that. Kai thought if she could speak to at least one of them, maybe she could start to make a difference. One spirit cautiously approached. Kai learned the spirit's true name and offered her all the hospitality she could muster. This humble kindness was enough to change the spirit's heart, causing it to break apart into fine particles of light that rose up and disappeared into the ether.
Wow, it's beautiful.
This is when things took a turn for the worse.
Uh-huh.
The remaining spirits turned viciously on Kai. They flooded her heart with a grief so profound it shook her to her core. They clawed at Kai desperately, aching for her to be consumed by the sadness they all knew too well.
Hurt people.
So true, Sam. She resisted, and as their numbers dwindled, the final spirits to move on were some of the most violent. The very last spirit grabbed at her. They spoke to Kai through tears of true pain. Why didn't they want me? Kai, without a hint of insincerity, opened her arms wide and said, I want you. And with that, the final spirit found peace. Suma told Kai she'd done well, and the young cleric ventured forward to reunite with her companion.
Wow. How do we follow that?
We don't, Sam. We don't.
Do you have stories from your table you'd like to share? Send them to us using #newsfromyourtable.
What a journey! Want more great gift ideas? Be sure to check out our website where we have tons of discount codes and deals from our sponsors. It's a great way to find something special for a loved one and maybe spread a little love for a certain tabletop entertainment program about news and stuff.
That's it for the news this week. Thanks for watching Tabletop News, your official stop for all things tabletop.
Catch new episodes of Tabletop News Thursdays on YouTube. Don't forget to ring that bell, like, and subscribe.
Let us know in the comments which story was your favorite this week, and let us know what you want to see on the show. I'm Sam.
And I'm Nathan.
See you next week.
Why? On this day of all days! Why?
I quit!
I can't! Brockton! It's okay. It's okay.
It'll never be okay again.
It's okay. We can find him. We can find him!
No, we can't. It's too late.
Unlock the door! I have to get out to Brockton!
This is the worst thing that's ever
I
happened.
have to get to him!
He's gonna get you to Nathan now! We lost Nathan too.